What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into the Biz with D. Right here, right now, your one and only rock star tonight, David Dwayne. We got R&B recording artist Wash with us right here, right now. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. Thanks so much for this interview. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me, man. I'm glad. It's an honor to be talking to y'all right now.
No doubt. Well, it's great to be talking to you because you got this hot new single featuring French Montana, Can't Trust Thoughts, and I got to tell you, I heard it about like a month ago, and I was like, who is this kid? Like, this sounds really dope. It's real catchy. I was get my lean on, get my rock on. I was like, oh, this shit is hot. So I got to say, that's a live record.
Yeah, man, it was crazy how that came about. I actually had recorded the whole song in French. You know, a week before it was supposed to be released, French had decided to hop on it because, you know, me and him both signed the Interscope. Well, I'm A-Girl/Interscope, but yeah, man, he blessed the track and it was out. So, you know, he did his thing on that. Appreciate y'all supporting it, like I said.
No doubt. And before we even, you know, talk further in depth about the single, you know, tell everybody how you got discovered, what you were doing before you did music, because I think it's a very interesting story, how you working in a refinery. Tell them about that.
Yeah, actually, you know, Port Arthur is a small city, man. It's poverty-stricken. There's a lot of craziness going on, you know, a lot of people making bad decisions. But, you know, for me as a young man, the two options was either three options, I'm sorry. Either you go to community college, which was Lamar State College. You go to work at the refinery, such as myself, or prison. You know, unfortunately, like prison was a very open for a lot of people, and a lot of people went to jail that I went to school with. But and I just worked at the refinery, and I was like the youngest guy there. You know, and I used to work with these men so I really got a whiff of what real life is. Just to be working with guys who like have to work their job or else they can't feed their families. And it's a job that would require you to work like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, outside in the heat. And I was like 50 feet in the air, which I almost lost my life a few times up there. But that just made me realize, man, look, I got to get this music, you know. Like, even for me, like, man, I wasn't concerned about just what was happening on the partying and all that stuff, man, because I knew that wasn't realistic. You know, I knew I had to make a living somewhere or another. But, yeah, man, I worked at the refinery, and luckily my writer, who actually seen me before, because me and him been knowing each other for 3 years prior to me working there. I used to be like huge on YouTube, have a lot of videos on YouTube, and yeah, so me and him just stayed in contact, man, and suddenly I just hit him up. His assistant reached out to me and asked me what I had going on, and I was working a nice job at the plant, making a nice amount of money, but I told her I didn't have anything going on, you know. She asked me how soon could I be out there. I told her the next day. So I quit my job, grabbed about 5 shirts, 3 pairs of pants, man, and I was on my way to Atlanta the next day just to, you know, work hard, grind it out, you know, perfect my craft, all that good stuff. So that's how that came about. Dope.
And now you're signed with Chef Tone's A-Girl and Interscope. How's that whole experience been so far, you know, working with them? Because that's a great team. Interscope, shout out to them. And Chef Tone, shout out to him. I mean, he's worked with incredible.
Oh, yeah, man. So I was sold on that already, man. Just the fact that he actually was R. Kelly's protege. He also wrote Say Our Bottoms Up, Love Faces, and Vintage Seconds for Trey Songz. So I was like, man, I know for a fact, you know, I'm a fan of the music. So, you know, it's only right that I make that move. And I met him. The chemistry was right. You know, me and him formed a brotherly bond, man, and we just been rocking ever since. Interscope, you know, it felt like home when I actually auditioned for them at Michael Jackson's studio out in L.A. And we went to a few other labels, but for them, man, it just felt like home. And, you know, everybody over there, it just feels like family. So we just went ahead with that situation.
That's what's up. So now you're working on your debut album, or you're working on an EP right now?
Yeah, right now I'm actually working on a mixtape called 5 Miles to Port Arthur, but it has pretty much it's an album, but we just calling it a mixtape. It's subject to releasing hopefully in March. You know, we're pushing for March, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. And the single should be dropping. The next single should be dropping definitely soon. So, I'm excited about that.
That's what's up. And how did you come up with the concept for the mixtape? I definitely like the title of it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a combination of me just wanting to give the people the experience of, how I grew up, where I grew up at. Just pretty much taking you through a journey through my city and giving you an introduction to me. So, it was only right that we name it something such as 5 Miles to Port Arthur. Because, it's just me. It's how I grew up, my upbringing. We're trying to take you on a journey, so it just made sense, especially after hearing the music. It just all made sense. Absolutely.
So let me even ask you, before, I ask you about the single Can't Trust Thoughts, how did you exactly get, started with singing? Did you sing in church? How did you discover your ability of singing?
Yeah, I actually been singing since I was 5. And well, I'm a pastor's son. Both of my parents pastors. Growing up in the church, they'll have you doing something. You're gonna do something in the church. So for me, it was singing. My mother, she sings. My father, he sings as well. And my sister actually, both of my sisters actually plays. I'm sorry, just a second. Yeah. Both of my sisters, all 3 of them actually in music. My older sister, she was actually singing background on X Factor. My other sister played the keyboard for Beyonce. And
wow.
Just a talented musically family, man. So it was just in my genes, in my blood. But I always wanted to take it to that next level, I always wanted to I didn't want to just be known locally. I've always had the dream of singing. Even when I was in 6th grade, I remember my principal put me up on the table, man. I used to walk around the cafeteria, walk on the table, singing and stuff, signing autographs. It was crazy, but man, that's just how I grew up. Just music was always around.
Well, that's incredible. So you kind of, really felt at an early age this was something that definitely was going to be something that was going to happen for you for real then.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is, I knew it was going to happen, not actually physically, but in my mind, man, I believed so strong, and I didn't let no doubt get in. I knew some way, somehow, this is going to happen, and I didn't have no connects at the time. I didn't have, no nothing at all, but I just kept the faith, man, and just held on to that dream.
So the single, Can't Trust Thoughts, like I said, we love the single. It's a nice groove record. How did you come up with the concept for that? Because I was like, whoa. I don't even think that I would even come up with that because I'm a very, I like to think of things very outside the box. So I'm like,
yeah,
kind of dope.
Thanks, man. But yeah, my writer actually came up with the concept for the song. And me and him, we've been to the club a few times and we see how these girls react. And I wanted to say too, I didn't want to exclude the males because you got male thoughts too. As soon as the bottles start coming out, their eyes get big and they want to see, who's that over there? But it's a funny song, but it's also a true song, But it's over and all, man. It's not. Overall, it's not for people to, especially ladies, to get offended by. It's a fun song. You just have fun to, dance to, whatever. But yeah, man, he actually wrote the song, and I came in, did my little thing on it, and it's history from there.
So, and were you surprised by the response from the record?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised now because it landed me a little blog with a Billboard magazine, and the song just been going up on the charts crazy. And also, just to say I'm a new artist, and that's the only video, that's the only song we're pushing right now, although we got a lot of great other songs. That's all to say that's the only song that we're really pushing now, man. It's doing a lot. I would say this is growing a lot faster than I anticipated it growing and going. Yeah.
And that's true because even with a first single, you never expect, even if it has a feature, it doesn't, or who produced it, who wrote it, you never expect you never have those certain expectations. You just let's see where this is going to take us. We know it's hot, we feel it's hot, but to see how the universe gravitates to it sonically.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So now you mentioned you got another single that's about to come out, right?
Yeah, we should be releasing another single pretty soon, and just be on the lookout for that, man. It's definitely coming soon, maybe like in a month and a half or so.
So that's what's up. Can you kind of give us a little bit of what we can expect from that from the record?
I mean, just expect something totally different from the first single, because I always like to throw people for a loop, but just definitely, man. All I can say is it's great music, and I hope everybody else think of it as being as great as I think it is. So just be on the lookout for that, man. It's definitely coming soon.
Well, Wash, thanks so much for coming on the show and this interview. We definitely appreciate it, and let us know if you ever need anything, and you definitely are welcome to come back. We definitely want to talk when the mixtape drops and the album comes out.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's only a phone call. One phone call can make it happen. So, hopefully once I get the mixtape popping and everything else, I can come back. We can go from there, man.
For sure. And now tell everybody where they can find you as far as like your social media is concerned.
Yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff at The Official Wash. Also, go ahead and, buy the song on iTunes for $129. I appreciate everybody's support. Just keep rocking with me, man, and stay tuned for greater projects in the future.
Well, Wash, thanks so much again for this interview. Definitely appreciate it, and you got my support all the way. So keep it pushing, man. You got great music.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support.